work present on translations from the Japanese, of which I know not a word, with two different Japanese scholars. But both of them are translations from very great medieval Japanese poets. One of them, Muso Kokushi, who invented the great gravel gardens that everyone has seen pictures of, and the other, Dogen Zenji, who brought Soto Zen from China to Japan, and they were both great poets. Dogen died in his early 50s, and this was one of his very last poems. It's called Snow. All my life tangled in false and real, right and wrong, playing with the moon, laughing at wind, listening to birds. Year after year wasted seeing a mountain covered with snow. Only this winter I know that the snow is the mountain. And this poem is the third of the tree poems I wanted to read. It's called Native Trees. Neither my father nor my mother knew the names of the trees where I was born. What is that? What is that? I asked even then, but my father and mother did not hear, they did not look where I said. Surfaces of furniture held the careful attention of their fingers, and across the room they could watch horizons they had forgotten, where there were no questions, no voices, and no shade. Were there trees where they were children? Were there trees where I had not been, I asked? Were there trees in those places where my father and my mother were born? Were there trees in that time, and did my father and my mother see them? And when they said yes, it meant they did not remember. What were they, I asked? What were they? But both my father and my mother said they never knew. The last poem I want to read is one called Before Us. You were there all the time, and I saw only the days, the air, the nights, the moon changing, cars passing and faces at windows, the rain, the leaves, the years, words on pages telling of something else, wind in a mirror. Everything begins so late, after all, when the solitaires have already gone and the doves of Tana, when the laughing owls have long been followed by question marks, and honey creepers and the brown bears of Atlas, the white wolf and the sea mink have not been seen by anyone living. We wake so late after many dreams, it is clear, when the lake has vanished, the shepherds have left the sheilings, grandparents have dissolved with their memories, dictionaries are full of graves, most of the rivers are lethal. We thought we were younger through all those ages of knowing nothing, and there you are, at last, after such fallings away and voyages, beside me in the dawning room. We wake together and the world is here in its due. You are here and the morning is whole. Finally the light is young. Because it is here, it is not like anything. How could it have taken you so long to appear? Bloom of air, tenderness of leaves. Where were you when the lies were voting and the fingers believed faces on money? Where were we when the smoke washed us and the hours cracked as they rang? Where was I when we passed each other on the same streets and traveled by the same pains to the same stations? Now we have only the age that is left to be together. The brief air, the vanishing green, ordure in office, tourists on the headland, the last hours of the sea. Now we have only the words we remember to say to each other, only the morning of your eyes and the day of our faces to be together, only the time of our hands with its vexed motor and the note of the thrush on the guava branch in the shining rain for the rest of our lives. Thank you.